making sense question. What does a tax extension mean? In short, all of your income tax due dates, i.e. like your normal individual income tax return, which is due on April 15th, your C Corp on April 15th, and if you have a business return, let's say an S Corp or partnership, it's due on March 15th. You're able to easily extend the actual due dates of the filing of those returns by 6 months. So the 3/15 due dates can be extended until 9/15. The 4/15 due dates can be extended until 10/15 or October 15th. What does that really mean? That means that the actual filing where you sign it and present the actual income tax return with all the forms and schedule is due on that date. It does not extend the actual deadline of when the income taxes you need to pay are due. And that's a big confusing part for people. So essentially, when you're actually, let's say you owe $100,000 in income taxes for whatever reason on your individual income tax return, it's due on April 15th, but you want to file an extension. The income tax itself, the payment you need to pay of $100,000, that is still due on April 15th. You can extend the actual form to be filed until October 15th. To the actual form being filed, but you still need to make the payment. You can make that payment via the IRS direct pay portal, via EFTPS, via sending a check if you want to, etc. You can work with your tax preparer, tax CPA on that. But in short, the actual due date or deadline that exists right now, the March 15th and April 15th for the most part, you need to pay your tax payments by then. If a payment or a tax payment is due. If you don't owe anything, which a lot of entities you don't need to for whatever reason, you can just extend and file at any point before the extension date of 9/15 or 10/15, depending upon your entity, and now owe anything in penalties or interest. If you don't pay the taxes due by the original due date, let's say April 15th, you possibly could get incurred of interest and as well as late payment penalty filings by the IRS and or state agencies. So in short, a tax extension means that the actual tax return to be filed with all the forms can be easily extended by a 6-month time frame, but the actual allocated or the income taxes that are due to be paid are still due on April 15th or March 15th, whatever entity you're filing. Hope you learned a few things today. Thanks for listening to Making Sense.